Welcome to Silver Lining Moment Short. This one I'm calling a moment of psoriasis and frustration is lined by process and friendship. But this is really for anyone who is dealing with a chronic condition, chronic health condition, or someone who feels like they're in a emotional or mental funk, for lack of a better word. That's where I'm at right now. And because I believe in silver lining moments and that there are positive and good things, even when we're dealing with the things, I also believe that in order to get to that silver lining moment, we have to be real with ourselves. It's not pretending that everything's hunky-dory, happy sunshine all the time, when on the inside you feel like it's dark and cloudy, right? It's not ignoring that. And it's getting real, feeling it, but trusting in the process, trusting in yourself that you will be okay. So that's what I'm sharing here with you today. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take 30 seconds to a minute, and I'm just going to rant about psoriasis and my frustrating feelings. Then I'm going to give you a minute to just rant. I'll have music playing in the background, and for a minute, whatever is frustrating you, I want you to talk it out loud, let it out, and just blah, right? And then we'll come back together, and in that, we'll talk about the silver lining moment I have found in this situation after I was journaling about it earlier today. So first, the rant. I am so sick and tired of my psoriasis. I would say now it's in a flare-up time. It is, you can probably, there's psoriasis. This red stuff here, it's not rosy cheeks, it's psoriasis patches. There's dry spot psoriasis there. It's basically up and down my arms, on my back, on my front, up and down my legs. I can't even shave my legs right now because if I do, it would be a bloody mess because the psoriasis is so far over my legs. I can't really get around the psoriasis patches to shave my legs. Such a little thing, I know, but it's just that little by little that it just seems like it takes over and it covers who you are. And I don't know, part of my frustration with this is I am getting ready to do another health cleanse that is targeted on liver issues, because so much that I've read, psoriasis is associated with liver issues. So I'm getting ready to do that. But part of getting ready to do that, I realize when I think about it, I'm frustrated and I am filled with resentment. And the resentment, the frustration comes from, I've tried so many other things over the years. I can't tell you, the psoriasis cure diet, Dr. Pagano's diet, Skin Friend diet, all these things that, and you take away all these foods, you avoid nightshades, you avoid this, and you do that, and you do the positive affirmations that I've written down, and all these things I have tried year after year after year, and guess what? It is still here. I'm just so frustrated that it is still here. I'm frustrated that all my other efforts in the past have not worked, and afraid. So it's like resentment, and then fear comes in that maybe all these tools do work, they just don't work for me. Or maybe I am not doing them correctly and there's something wrong with me and my ability to get these things done correctly. And if I think that, going into the next cycle or the next cleanse, it's not going to work because I already think that at the beginning, right? So how do I reset my belief, not just in words, but in mind, body, heart, and soul belief and knowing, when I have this fear from all the other times and all the other efforts that have not worked? So that is where I am so frustrated with my psoriasis right now. So I probably went on longer than a minute, but let me give you a minute. We're going to play music, and something that's bothering you right now that's keeping you in an internal loop where you just see the frustrating things and that's all that you can see and feel, talk it out right now. I'm giving you a minute. Hold on, hold on. Before you start, let me breathe out all my frustration. Okay. I wanted to do that because as you're talking for a minute, I want to sit here and hold space for you as you vent. Go ahead and vent it out. If you feel like you need to vent it out to someone, vent it out to me. I'm sitting here and I'm holding space for your highest good and for your healing right now. Ready? Go. Okay. If you have more to vent out, press pause. Vent it, vent it, vent it, release it, release it, release it. It is going into a space that's being healed and cleaned and away from you. Good. And then when you're ready, press unpause and join us. So before we move on into how the silver lining in these moments, the other day as I was feeling this, it was actually just yesterday. Here's what I did because I was so frustrated and just so like frustrated, afraid, and angry all at the same time. So I did this. Squeeze your hands as hard as you can and squeeze, 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 release. Squeeze your hands, every muscle in your body as tight as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Release. Drop your hands. Last time, we're gonna do this. Ready? Squeeze. Think of you're so angry and frustrated. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And you're getting your muscles so tired because you're squeezing so hard, and relax. That last one by me, it's like I'm getting that anger and then I'm opening my hands and I'm releasing it down and relax. So these feelings and these frustrations and these fears that I have are very real. I'm not going to pretend that they're not here, and I'm not going to make myself feeling silly for feeling them. And I acknowledge that my mind is telling me that I'm creating these feelings based on stories or things that happened in the past, right? Now, yes, that's true. I can choose at this point how I want to have them affect me in the future. Saying that and doing that where I actually believe it is a little bit tricky. So that's where I get into this silver lining moment from my moment of psoriasis and frustration. One, it's a moment that has me grateful for the process that I've used in the past to help me through these times. You know, I'm approaching 50. I've tried different things, different tool set. I've developed a process that works for me. For you, whatever process works for you that's used in the past, use yours. If you haven't found one yet, try different ones. So the process is journal writing, meditation, physical movement, and calling friends for support. And so that's where the second one is friendship. This past week, I am lucky to have had a few phone calls with a couple different friends, and each one where they listened to me, they reminded me of, yes, I see where you're feeling right now, and you're frustrated that you're not making progress with things, but let me remind you of the times in your life where you have made progress. Let me remind you of the times in your life where the psoriasis was not there. Let me remind you of the times where you have felt in high energy and you shared that with others. And don't forget that those are a part of you too. My friends listened to me vent and they reminded me of those moments in myself or those parts of myself that in moments of frustration and fear, I temporarily couldn't see. So through my friends giving me that support and those reminders, I am now turning back toward my process, and I trust that the feelings of frustration and fear and anger, I'll work through them. And with that, healing will take place, and I will be more aligned with my practices, eating, exercise, writing, eating for my health, exercising for my health, writing for my health, thinking for my health. And when I do all those and when they're in alignment, not pretending that the frustration feelings are not here, but working through them, my bet is that in 3 months from now, maybe even sooner, but I'm starting the health thing that I'm doing is going to be 3 months thing, that I will be in a better space. Boy, this silver lining moment short really isn't short. I wanted to share this in case there's anyone else out there that feels like they're stuck in a chronic health condition. They're stuck in frustration of any kind, frustration of not making progress on their life goals, not making progress on their diet and exercise, not making progress in their business, not making progress there. They just feel like they're stuck. I wanted to share this with you because those are the feelings that I have been feeling myself. And this is the process that I use to free myself from feeling stuck. It has worked for me in the past, and I'm going to trust in the process that it works for me again. And if you have your process, just trust in your process. If not, try mine. Maybe try a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And mine is journaling, meditating, physical movement, exercise, minding my thoughts, positive affirmations, being conscious of when my thoughts are creating a story that may be a little biased, meaning it's creating a story that's focusing on negative or the things that I have not done, and for some reason forgets the things that I have done, and the successes that I have had, and support. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a therapist, whether you want to send me an email, support. And with that, I'm holding space for you and wishing you a very good day.